Eileo guys, and welcome back. So welcome to the final part of the Eileo account review. If you haven't already, please check out my fire, my water, my wood, and also my light mons. But today's video is just going to consist of my dark mons, and then you get to take a peek at what I have in my storage. So anyways, let's go ahead and start. So right off the bat, we have Dark Jiangshi. She's just here for curse. She's part of the curse video, which you guys may or may not have already seen. So she's rocking an attack gem with some nice crit rate on it, another attack gem with some crit rate and some resist, and then another attack gem. So she's actually on triple attack with a 21% defense sub. She's on triple attack because of curse. Does she need crit rate even though she's a dark type? Not necessarily, because curse scales off attack. There's no crit in terms of curse, but other than her being a guinea pig as like a test subject, there's no practical use for her. Next up is my Dark Kiki and my cat stretching in the background. But next up is Dark Kiki. She's fully booked. I freaking love Dark Kiki. I don't use her as much as I did in the beginning when she first came out, but in the beginning, dude, I used to slam Dark Kiki like no other. She is triple square master race. She has an attack gem here, 5-star, with 12% crit rate and some resist up there. Crit rate gem. And then another attack gem with some crit rates. I could definitely finish that gem off eventually, but 90% crit rate. She doesn't need crit rate, but it does help her damage, especially for Predator. Still a good mon. Are there better choices nowadays? Yes, but at the time she was absolutely amazing. Next up is my Dark Gatito. If he would load in here, he is on a ruin set as well, rocking attack with 21% crit rate on that gem. Next is another attack gem, which is only 5 stars, but it does have that 16.5% crit rate. And then a crit rate gem as well, with a little bit of crit damage and HP on it. 5-star gems aren't a really big deal as long as they have subs. I'm missing out on 11% damage, which at this point in time I don't care about. Gatito needs books, man. Gatito needs books. This mon right here is the cream of the crop. I freaking love my Dark Gatito. He's amazing. Next up is my Dark Mandy over here. I predominantly use her only in Colossus, really. Right now, I'm just trying to build up her crit rate a little bit higher. But she's on a ruin set as well, rocking an attack gem with 13% crit rate. A crit rate gem, of course, with 20.5% defense and 7% attack. And then another attack gem with a little bit of resist up there, 18%. And then 6.5% crit rate and 7% crit damage. Overall, not bad, but if I'm using her, she needs to have a crit lead, so when I use her in Colossus, I do run her with my Dark Sea Star, just for her to have that crit lead and get that crit rate up, but she hits godly hard. It's just, it's hard. It's hard, man. I don't know any other way to say that. She hits like a mother trucker, man. She hits like a mother trucker. Next up is my Dark Seedler over here. Again, 76% crit rate. I don't really notice him not critting. Maybe because, again, I run him with a crit lead, and he does need crit for both of his moves to work. But he is on a ruin set with crit rate, of course. An attack gem, which I don't have any more ruin attack gems. And then, are they both 5-star? Yeah, they're both 5-star. Yeah. 2 attack gems with piss poor crit rate up there, which is okay. It's okay. But in terms of use, very, very useful. I don't use them as much as I did in the past, but even in terms of PvP, especially clan versus clan, that dude can go up in there and just smack dudes. So I would really love to finish off his crit rate in the future. Other than that, I don't have too much complaints about him. Great mon. Great mon. Next up is my Dark Thor. He's on an intuition set because I couldn't get max crit on a ruin set. Not end of the world, but his moves do require crit, hence why he's on intuition. But he has an attack gem with 11% crit rate up there. Another attack gem with 20.5% crit rate. And then, of course, a crit rate gem. Only complaints I have about him is I would love to get him on a ruin set instead, just for some more damage. But other than that, he does his job well. I use him, again, Colossus. I use him in Titans. I use him in Clan vs. Clan. I pretty much use him everywhere except PvP, because Dark Thor, he's that dude, man. He's that dude. Next up is Dark Mowgli, once again on an intuition set because Ruin is just a ruin to get. It's just a bad time. But intuition set rocking attack with a little bit of crit rate and decent resist and decent defense. A crit rate gem, of course, with a whole bunch of recovery because YOLO. And then another attack gem with some resist and some crit rate. But she does hit that maximum crit rate, which is the main selling point for her. I would love to get her in Ruin, especially with that hunter. I would absolutely love it. But this is all I got right now. But it doesn't mean that she's weak at all. Again, she clobbers light mons. Like, Mowgli honestly has to be one of just the best RGB, like Nat 3 / Nat 4 mons that 433 has put out within the last year and a half. Like, Mowgli is amazing. Amazing. Next up is my Dark Bobbi. I have 138 skill books for Bobbi, and I haven't used not one single one. She's on a Ruin set as well, rocking HP with some crit rate up there, a crit rate gem, and then attack. So I'm trying to get some damage out of her. She does have 13% crit damage up there, and then 14% crit rate on that attack gem. So I'm trying to get some damage out of her while having her debuff, but her main selling point is debuffing. But since she is a dark attacker type, I'm trying to take advantage of that crit damage boost as well. In terms of uses, of course, she is in Titans. How well does she perform? Your guess is as good as mine. It's as good as mine. 94% crit rate. Obviously, I would like to increase that crit rate, but as she stands today, maybe I'll book her up in the future when I feel like wasting some gold on her. But as she stands today, that's pretty much as good as she's gonna get because I don't really care for Bobbi at all. Next up is Dark Misha. I don't use Dark Misha. I just have it because why not? I don't use it, but I am working on a Ruin set, or was working on a Ruin set. Crit rate, attack, yeah. Just didn't get good enough subs on those to get that maximum crit rate. Definitely interesting mon. I believe like Misha, I mean not like Misha, but Dark Misha can solo like Colossus, maybe. And I've seen some Dark Misha videos online of Dark Misha doing PvP, but I don't know. I don't know. I personally just don't use it. Next up is my Dark Flora, who I do use in my B10 squad. I do wish she had skill books though, but she's on an intuition set, rocking attack with some resist up there and some crit rate. Another attack with some defense and some crit rate, and then a crit rate gem. Sap doesn't scale off her damage. It scales off the monster's HP. We all know this, but I figured I would give her a maximum crit rate anyways because number one, she's a dark type, and number two, this would in theory help out with wave clearing because she's hitting higher damage. She's critting on them, which will hopefully clear out a wave slightly faster than a non-crit version of Dark Flora, but that's her predominant use. She's fine as she is. Ruin would be better damage wise, but she's okay as she is. Next up is my boy Dark Fib, the one and only Dark Fib, man. I freaking love Dark Fib. Dark Fib is on a Ruin set, rocking HP with some crit rate and some crit damage. An attack gem with some crit rate up there, and then a crit rate gem with 24% resist up there. Nearly max crit. He's 6% away. Not a super big deal because his moves don't require, actually his battle rush does require crit. Adrenaline does not require crit, but at 94% crit rate, I mean, all I need is just one more good sub and he's pretty much done. But in terms of overall uses, this mon is absolutely amazing. I would love to max his crit rate out and give him some more resist, but Dark Fib, he does everything, man. If you need a healer, we got Dark Fib. If you need a mon that can do some damage, we got Dark Fib. You need a mon to tank, we got Dark Fib. You need a mon to heal the whole squad, we got Dark Fib. You need a mon to heal himself, we have Dark Fib. Dark Fib is, he's just amazing, man. I freaking love Dark Fib. Next up is my Dark Nezha over here. Do I use her? No. As you can see, she doesn't even have a complete set. Even if I was using her, she would be on a broken set. But right now, she's just been put to the side. Maybe one day I will, but I haven't touched her since. Dark Sand Wraith. I actually do use him. I didn't know that he was missing a gem though. which is actually pretty hilarious. And he has an unfinished crit rate gem, which is like annoyance number 1 for me. But he's rocking crit rate in HP right now. I do use him, believe it or not. I actually use him in Colossus as an SP Siphoner, and that's pretty much it, which is probably why I noticed that he does like no damage at all, and that's because he doesn't even have an attack gem on him. But I don't even have an attack gem of intuition to put on him right now, so that's kind of a bummer. And all of these are like defense, and there's an attack gem right there. No crit rate on it though. No crit rate. So I do use him. His main selling point is SP Siphon for Colossus, and that's it. I just did not know that he was unfinished. Oof. Moving on though, here is my Dark Merlin. If he would load in. I have 1 Merlin skill book. 1. I need 7 more, man. Look at that freaking stun on that dude. But anyways, he's on a pugilist set right now. Obviously not optimal, but he does have some decent crit rate and some resist up there. I would love to get both higher, mainly the resist, but the problem is just rolling into resist and getting something decent on a pugilist gem, which never ever happens. But definitely good mon. Definitely very, very fun to have. It's just that right now, with his resist being so low, I don't really use him as much as I should as a Dark Merlin owner. And yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but it's Dragon, so I don't have any hope in the future of him being built at all. Properly, that is. Next up is my Dark Sea Star. I use her just for her crit lead. I don't care about her damage. Her damage doesn't matter because it's so darn bad. But she's on triple defense, rocking some crit rate and resist on that gem. That one has a little bit of resist up there. And then this one has some resist and a little bit of crit rate. Again, her main selling point is just her crit lead. I don't expect damage out of her. I don't use her in any PvP content whatsoever. She's just crit lead for Colossus, and that's pretty much it. That's what my Dark Sea Star has been reduced to until she gets her Super Evo. Next up is my Dark Bobbi, who isn't finished being gemmed up either. I just now noticed this. Oh my goodness, Eileo exposed, and I do use her. I use her in Titans, and that's pretty much it just for her shield. But she has 2 attack gems up there with some crit rate on them and some resist mainly. We need to go ahead and fix that ASAP. That one has some resist up there, but I need to finish. Do I have anything? No. That's a little bit of resist up there. Yeah, I'm gonna need to finish that after this video. I'll figure out if I can get a gem with some resist up there for her, just to help maximize her resist, and maybe have some not resist, but maximize her resist and maybe some recovery up there as well. But her use only is a shield. 2-turn shield. Is it amazing? No, but I mean, I bought her, so I bought her with Astro Gems, not money, but I bought her, so why not put her to use? Next up is Dark Miho, who I have not booked up yet. I need to book her up. Eileo exposed once again, but she's on a broken set, rocking 63% resist and 44% crit rate. Definitely not bad at all. Triple HP, of course. Nothing extraordinary about her, but she does do a great job. That's 24% on that gem. Pretty nice. She does do a great job, especially in clan versus clan. So once I get up some more gold, I know I only have 22 mil, but once I get up some more gold, I will finish booking her. But in terms of overall uses, Dark Miho, man, I'm so glad she came back. I'm so glad that I could finally get one, because even having her on clan versus clan, which is where I only use her at right now, it's a godsend. It is amazing. I don't regret anything in my life at all for Dark Miho. Like, I'm not saying Dark Miho is the cream of the crop. I'm just saying Dark Miho is very, very fun to use. Next up is my Dark Serrah on a siphon set. She's like my siphoning set bay number 1 because I have her fully booked up. And look at her. She's just so freaking cute, man. But she's on a siphon set. She's rocking an attack gem. Another attack gem with no crit rate at all because dragons is garbage. And then a crit rate gem. Which, do I have a better one? I sure don't. I should know. But she's on crit rate, attack. I could just do triple attack on her instead because her crit rate isn't anywhere near max. But this is what she's on right now. I use her everywhere. I use her in golems. I use her in story. I use her in clan versus clan. Only place I don't use her at is Titans and of course Colossus. But amazing Mon. I would definitely love to get her crit rate higher on a Siphon set. But triple attack does work as well. But amazing Mon. Definitely my #1 favorite SP Siphoner. Well, not SP Siphoner, but wave clearer because of her ability to clear them waves out efficiently. I only need one more book and then my Snow White's finished. Amazing. Snow White is on intuition set as well with no resist at all. But crit rate, attack, 100% crit rate up there because of the intuition set. I would love to get her on Ruin one day and finish booking her up. But other than that, man, she is an amazing nuker. Absolutely amazing nuker. Dark Snow White is bae, man. She's just bae. She does all kinds of damage. Her and Gatito together is just a nasty combo. Next up is my what's his name? Dark Pegasus. He's like my wannabe Dark Mona. Haven't got around to building him, hence his gems being like that, so no point in reviewing him. But next up is one of my 2 Dark Odins. This one has mainly some crit rate on her and then some resist, but she's rocking defense, HP, some decent crit rate, a little bit of resist up there, and then defense with some crit rate and some crit damage. So I have this one built defensively, which I believe my other one's built defensively as well, but I wanted to give one a little bit more crit rate than the other and make the other one have a little bit more resist than this one because why not? Her predominant uses, I'm not sure if I even use her in PvP defense or clan versus clan defense. I can't even remember. I think I was working on her gems, but I never got around to fixing it. Next up is the other one with 50% crit rate and 45% resist. Once again, triple diamond, because here's the story. I got Dark Odin from the level 50 Dark contract, right? Triple diamond. I was working on gleaming her up, building her up. Week later, pull another Dark Odin. Guess what? Here you go, Eileo. Triple diamond. I'm just like, oh, maybe the game is making up for me not getting my Dark Odin with a square slot because I could build one with attack and then make one defensive. The game was like, nah, man. Here we go. Here you go, man. You're just gonna get 2 triple diamond Dark Odins. It's not the end of the world, but it does cripple her ability to be more attack based than defense based. But that's what I got. I'm not gonna get gem slots because while she is very, very useful, especially on a defense team, it's not the end of the world. Next up is my Dark Venus over here. If I could change anything though, I would love them both to have at least a square slot, at least one of them, so I could build them with attack. But as they stand today, if I could get more resist on them, it's pretty much all that matters. Set like a pugilist or something like that could be interesting, but I don't have any hopes because dragons is just a scam in general. Not just B10, but dragons is just a scam. Next up is my Dark Venus though. She's rocking HP, recovery, and then defense. I would love to get her resist higher. Other than that, I don't have much complaints about her. Her job is just to debuff and attack up the squad, and that's what she does. Next up is my Dark Rudolf over here. Work in progress that I never finished. Yes, I kept her at Evo 2.3 because I didn't get her first time she came around, but when she came around the second time, I did get her, and I kept her at Evo 2.3 for Titans, but I never got around to finishing her, which is a bit unfortunate. So she gets used, but her damage is just abysmal right now because she needs some more crit rate first of all, and then some resist as well. And I would love for her to have books because she is for Titans only, and that's it. Next up is my boy Dark Andra, who you guys know I pulled. He's currently at 97% crit rate on a broken set. I would definitely love to get him on a ruin set in the future, if not intuition or valor, but I'm really shooting for ruin on crit rate attack, or maybe attack crit damage if I could get some amazing crit rate subs, but that's never going to happen. So for right now, I'm just shooting for a full ruin set with crit rate attack, but he is on a broken set. But this one is an attack gem with 19% crit rate up there, some defense and some resist. The next gem is another attack gem with some crit rate up there, a disgusting amount of recovery, unfortunately. And then the last one is just a crit rate gem with some attack up there, a little bit of recovery and a little bit of defense. But in terms of damage, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. He is on his path to Evo 3. He will be Evo 3 hopefully within the next month. And I am super duper stoked. Next up is my Dark Sun Wukong. I do have plans on using him eventually. Just never got around to finishing him. But he is on a ruin set because why not? He's rocking crit rate with some resist. A defense gem with nice crit rate up there as well. And then an attack gem with some resist up there. He's balance type, so he doesn't necessarily need crit rate for his moves to work. But they do give him a little bit more damage, which I think was what I was going for. So he could have been crit rate attack HP, but he's crit rate defense HP just because I have the subs for him. I would definitely love to finish getting his resist up higher and maybe aim to get his crit rate higher, but I think at this point in time I'm just trying to get him to Evo 3 eventually before I actually sit down and invest in using him. Next up is my Dark Hana, who I have not finished, unfortunately. I mean, she has her shield, which is great, and she does have the Soul Boon Red, but yeah, I need to finish her one day. I don't know when that day will be, but as of right now, she's not being used. Same thing with my Dark Yuki. As of right now, she's not being used, though she is Bayman. If I was going to use her, though, she would be super evoed because there's no excuse as to why she couldn't be super evoed, and she could actually be pretty annoying in PvP and Clan vs. Clan, as many have found out. Dark Banshee, she's in the same boat. Maybe I'll level her up to 60 and just not use her, but right now, that's it. Dark Camilla, haven't touched her. Next up is my Dark, what's her name? Is it Kana? Dark Kana. She has 2 skill books. I haven't touched her at all either. She's been 40 ever since she came back for Rebirth. Maybe one day. Next up is my other Dark Miho, which I'm working on. She's a work in progress right now. She is on a broken set, but she's rocking an HP gem with some crit rate and some resist up there. The next one is HP gem with some resist and some crit rate. And then the last gem is some crit rate and resist. I would definitely love to get her crit rate up higher and of course her resist. But she does have that resist lead, which is pretty solid. So I'm building her up for just another Clan vs. Clan team because Dark Miho is absolutely amazing. One day I will finish her though, one day. Same thing with this Dark Yuki. I'm just building her to Evo 3 right now. I pulled Dark Verde. Do I have any plans of using her? No. She's just there for the Astro Guide. Nifa is just there to be there. Actually, Nifa's only use right now is just for Expedition. That's it. And then right over here is my Dark Colt. I do plan on building him at some point in time. And he does have those books as well for that. Holy crap. He gets a 35% boost in his 5-star skill. That's absolutely disgusting. And then his defense down goes up by 10%. So his defense down goes 80% chance for 2 turns, and then his Light Predator gets a 35% boost. That's going to be very interesting. He is single target though, so do keep that in mind. But I'm going to build him up just to play around with him because I already have a Fire Brawn, because why not? So I'm just going to have a Dark Colt because why not? But let's go check out my storage here. I only have 1 tab on my storage because I've never bought the Hana more, or I've never rented any of the ships anyways either. So I only have 1 slot, but I just have a whole bunch of crap in here. But I've had Fire Gemini, which Fire Gemini sucks, and I do need to make a video claiming on why she sucks. But other than this, is just mainly a multitude of Nat 5s that I need to feed or that I need to somehow use. Just never gotten around to it because Dark Andra right now is my main focus, but just you guys can just take a look. There's no point in me naming this off. Some of these mons will be sacrificed to get others to Evo 3, but this is pretty much it for my mon box. As you guys can tell, I have a fair amount of Nat 5s, not more than what I've seen on other accounts, but a fair amount. No, I don't have a Wood Garuda. I wish I did. The game loves to give me crappy Hohenheims as well. Water Sheep, definitely keeping him. I was interested in trying out Water Hohenheim for research purposes, but never got around to it. There's another Wukong here. Leo, Mowgli, Variant Gleam, some, what's his name? The Candy Dude. I was keeping him because I want him to come back so I can finish up my Asher guide for him. 85,568 freaking Arthurs. Again, more Hohenheims. Andra, Shiva, Persephone. We got some Hades action. Some Kanas. Sparkit. Waiting for Sparkit to come back as well. I do have 3 light Phoenix in here, but one is incomplete, and I don't believe the other 2 are gemmed up either. Crappy old light Sand Wraith is in there as well. Light Kokumaru, light Sphinx, light Tina, light Shiva. I have a light Valk, 2 light Silvers, light Monkiki, light Rabiddle, I believe, light Yeti, light Rudolf, light Phibian, light Gemini, light Slime Soldier, light July, another light Tina, what's his name? What's her name? Light Jill, light Snowy, light Jiangshi, light Hunter who needs a buff, light Gatito, light Misha, light Flora, light Seastar, what's his name? Light Seedler, light Mandy, light Dart, who I actually want to use, but none of my darts have square slots, so I'm not using him at all. Light Birdie, another light Sparkit, light Incubus, light Chloe, light Miho, light Benjamin, another light Incubus, light Tanya, never use her at all, light Bobbi, another light Seastar, light Paka, another Finnick, 2 more light Mihos, light Sleepy, another light Nezha, some Holy Gleams. We got Dark Paka, Dark Tina, who I don't use, Dark Birdie, Dark Yeti. My one shadow that I summoned that's actually variant, and I do have one more shadow that I can summon from Soulstones, but there's no point because I can't get him to Evo 3 right now. Not gonna worry about it. I got 2 more Dark Mihos back here. Another Gatito without a square slot. Another Gatito without a square slot. Dark Finnick, another Dark Birdie for some reason. Dark July, another Dark Misha for some reason. Another Dark Gatito without a square slot for some reason. Dark Thor, Dark Pegasus. Yeah, nothing too crazy in here. Nothing too crazy. Let me just scroll up once again so you guys can just see what I got going on here. But just a whole bunch of mons that I haven't been using and haven't touched. They just sit here like anyone else's mon box. Maybe one day I'll get to them, but as of right now, I have no hopes. But that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. I definitely hope you guys enjoyed taking a look through my account. Some mons are obviously built better than others, unfortunately, but my account unfortunately isn't as OP as others. I think my account is okay, still progressing slowly but surely. One day I will get to some like top tier action, but it is what it is. That's just my account, my boys. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. This is the end for the Eileo account review of 2019. Maybe I'll do one next year. I don't know. It all just depends. But I definitely hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any thoughts, feel free to leave a comment below. If you guys have any questions, or hit me up in Discord. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.